Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is my very first video on this channel, which I am super excited because I have started and stopped so many YouTube channels, starting back in high school, into college, into my professional career. And I am tired of doing that. And I'm making this channel my top priority for 2025. And I want to bring you along the journey. I am sharing with you how God changed my life, how He works in every little way, from my personal to my career, to my thoughts, to my beliefs, to also like the purpose that I thought I had for my life, or lack thereof, essentially. And so that's what this channel is going to be. It's going to be weekly videos, just answering questions or sharing on certain topics that I feel like not a lot of people talk about, or when they talk about it, it's kind of like confusing, especially when you're going through a healing journey, trying to be a better person, trying to maybe understand your past, and you want to move forward, but you're like, I don't know how. I feel so stuck in my current life, or I feel so stuck in these current thoughts or beliefs, and I can't make that switch. Or maybe it's you want to start a business, or you want to start a YouTube channel, or you have this idea that there is more for you, and there's this like yearning that you're like, I'm not in the right place. I want to be your encourager and your friend and your sister in Christ, to be like, you can do this. And I want to give you practical tools to do that. So that's kind of the background for this channel. And I wanted to share also the reason why I named it Healing with Grace. So if you've ever been on a healing journey, if you're currently on a healing journey, you know that there are so many things that come up when you are looking at your patterns, you're looking at your behaviors, you're looking at things maybe that you've done for years, and you're like, why do I do this? And you go back to the root cause and you're like, it's my insecurity because this person said something, or it's an insecurity because this situation happened. And when those past things kind of come up, you feel like it feels like you're living it kind of all over again. And I want you to know that if you're at that point, or if you're trying to get through your healing journey, or if you're post-healing journey, that God gives us the grace to heal. He gives us the grace to make mistakes. He gives us the grace to try new things. And when we step out, that's when He backs us up. And that was so true in my personal journey, when I was just thinking about how I became the person I did back in 2022. And then I had to think about, well, who do I want to become in 2023, 2024, 2025? And then when I started thinking about that person that I wanted to become, I have to start matching those actions to that person. And that takes a lot of courage and guts. And it also takes a lot of time. And I think that is the main thing that not a lot of people talk about, or that they like to share, is like, it takes a lot of time to change. And it also can be where God will change you, but He will not change your situation for years. And if we get stuck in that mindset of like, God is just supposed to open a door immediately, or He's supposed to take it away immediately, then we lose faith. We feel like, well, God's not listening, so I might as well just, stay in this job. Or, I'm trying to leave this relationship, but for some reason, maybe like my heart just can't let go of this person. Or maybe it's something, from your childhood that you have held onto and you've built your identity around. Maybe you were a shy, quiet person. Or maybe you were somebody that was an avid people pleaser and you hated conflict. So you changed yourself in order to make the people around you happy or proud, or you lived maybe like a separate life, if that makes sense. Like you did certain things that you didn't want to do internally, but you did it to please others. And you are now kind of like, I want to change. I'm ready to make that step. And that takes, again, a lot of time, a lot of courage, a lot of guts, a lot of trial and error. And so I want this to be healing with grace, because we have to not only give ourselves grace, but we also have to give grace to the people maybe that hurt us, the people that did change the way you thought about yourself, maybe were super negative towards you, maybe did cause you physical, mental, emotional harm. Whatever the case may be, like, we have to give ourselves grace to know that if I want to change my life, if I have this idea to change my life, that's not coincidental. That's not an accident. That's God nudging you and saying, hey, I have more for you. The job you're in right now, the relationship you're in right now, the place that you're living in right now, this is not all that I have for you. But it's going to require guts and trust to get you to that next step. And so that's essentially why I called it Healing with Grace, because not only God gives us grace, but we have to give ourselves grace. We have to give other people grace. And in the same vein, I feel like we're always healing. We're always going through new situations and challenges and heartbreaks and situations that maybe we didn't see coming. Maybe we lost a job. Maybe somebody passed away. Maybe you thought you had a best friend and you guys just drifted apart for whatever reason. And there's kind of like this pain of like losing, this pain of, having to give up what you once had or maybe what was once comfortable. And then we have to go through this healing process all over again. When we're learning, we're making adjustments, we're changing our decisions, we're changing our habits. We are constantly being developed by God. He's constantly orchestrating our lives to be like, I want you to learn this lesson. It's going to hurt. It's going to be hard, but it's going to prepare you for that next season. So yeah, that's what my channel name is, why I started it. And then kind of like what I've been through in my personal healing journey, where God just legit, that's not a word. God really did change my entire outlook on life. Like, I was so stuck and gung-ho on a career, on making money, on getting like the status, essentially. Like, that was what I was going towards. Not that I had it, but that was my only mentality and mindset. It was like, I go to work, I do a good job, I get praised, and I get moved up. Like, that was the only thing that I was really focused on. And God really opened my eyes to say like, hey, there is so much more to life than just your job. And if you are going to bed either crying yourself to sleep in your job, if you are going to bed having panic attacks for waking up on Monday and going to that job, if you are just, again, just you have this feeling of like, there is more, like I am not doing what I'm supposed to be doing right now, that is a calling. That is God nudging you. He is saying, hey, I need you to learn what you can from this situation and move forward. So yeah, what you can expect from this channel, I am going to be talking all things what I did in my personal journey, activities, mindset shifts. I'm going to be talking about, different areas that God has worked in my life and how He worked in my life and how I heard Him and what were the habits that I made to hear Him. And then I'm also going to be talking about like what I'm going through right now. And why I started this channel is because God called me to start this channel actually 2 years ago. And I kind of did on a different channel. And I went one direction and it didn't work out. And I was like, okay. So then I went another direction and it didn't feel right. It felt too heavy. It felt too dark. It felt like I was talking about all the negative things. And I feel like now, because God hasn't answered in making that kind of work out the way I thought, that He was challenging me like, no, there's another way to look at what you went through. And I really feel in my heart now that I have the perspective from that time of trial and error to be like, oh, you wanted me to talk about you, not about me. And that was a hard season because I felt like I was going the right way with God. I felt like I was answering His call, and I felt like I was doing the things that were supposed to lead to success. But it also didn't feel right in my heart. And I want to inspire you to, if you are also wanting to follow the will for God for your life, you're wanting to find your purpose, you're wanting to feel lighter, you're wanting to do things in your life that have meaning and purpose. When you follow God, it's not a clear-cut path. He doesn't give you the answers. He'll give you a start. He'll tell you what to do first, but he won't connect the dots for you. That's for you to do, and also for his grace to give you to make those mistakes. But when you're following God, like, he doesn't give you a blueprint. And as somebody that is a Woo follower and that loves to have the answers, that does not like ambiguity, I'm learning on this walk with God that it's not easy, but it's so rewarding in your spirit. Your situation might look like, I don't understand this at all, like at all. But then you look back 2 years ago, or you look back 10 years ago, and you're like, I had to meet this person to go to this job, to have this opportunity, to go to this next step, to then, have the revelation to try this new job. Like, there are truly, like, God is giving you the steps, but you have to accept whatever season you're in and do the best that you can with that season and learn all the things that you need to. So yeah, I hope this wasn't too rambly, but I just wanted to I don't know. I don't really know where this is going to go, but I just want to share. And I have tried, like I said, so many times to start a channel, and I'm like, oh, my lighting isn't right, or I don't look the way that I want to look, or I don't have the words to say, or I'm tired. And I don't want to make those my excuses anymore. I am wanting to be, what's that called? I'm wanting to walk the walk, not only talk the talk. And as scary as it is to start something new, as scary as it is to put yourself out, when you know God has called you somewhere, just go, just jump. And I am really excited to see where this goes. And I'm really excited to look back at this first video, even if it gets 0 views, I don't care. I really made this for me, to see like where he took me through this journey. So if you are also somebody that's like, I want to follow the will of God for my life, I want to find my purpose, I want to help you. I want to give you tools, strategies, mindsets, and I also want to share my journey as I'm actively doing it, to help inspire you. So that's everything I have for this video. Let me see. I just made notes on like what I wanted to share. Okay, last thing I said is just stuck in information paralysis. And I kind of shared that. Like, I wanted to start so many times, but I just want to, if you are watching this video and you have had a call from God, or you do have this inkling that he wants something different for you, or you have this excitement about trying something new, but it goes against, or it's directly polar opposite to like what you've been doing, to trust that if you have that idea about it, that is God calling you to that. And don't be stuck in information paralysis. Don't waste 2 years like I did, just trying different things. Well, not wasting, it's never wasting, but knowing that he has called you somewhere and you're hesitating, just make that one step today. If you are wanting to change your job and you have an idea about something, just make one little step today to get you one step closer to understanding, unraveling, discovering. And I'm praying for you. I'm hoping the best for you. And I'm excited to go on this journey with you. So yeah, thanks for watching. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.